So I'm back. Another thing that I wanted to kind of touch on that year, I guess I could have been a little more frustrated whenever my dad was not feeling well. We had family come over, we did cookies, we baked, but my dad was not feeling well. December was a really rough month for him. We did a lot of hydration, we cut back on the chemotherapy. We were just trying to make him stronger. The doctor and I both knew he didn't have a lot of time, and so the little bit of time that he did have, we wanted to make it very special. On Christmas Eve morning, he was really not feeling well, and so kind of the night prior, it had been a rough night. We'd been up a lot. He had a lot of stomach pain. We had been in the hospital not too far beforehand, but things were not going well, and he didn't want to go to the hospital. But we convinced him. We went into the emergency room on Christmas Eve morning. There was not a whole lot of people in the emergency room, as you would not expect, and he was admitted to the hospital very quickly. My dad was very, very upset about that. I still remember him being upset with me, being upset that he was there, and all I could think about, he needed to be comfortable. And so my mom and I stayed with him. And later in the afternoon, I went home. We didn't live very far. And I picked up his nativity. I picked up a string of lights, a couple of Christmas decorations, and I took him back with me to the hospital. And like we had done 4 years prior, we knew we were going to be there. There's no doubt about that. We weren't going to leave my dad to go and, spend Christmas by ourselves. And so I put up his little decorations in the window so he could see them in his hospital room. And we just hunkered down. Unlike 4 years prior to that, we didn't have a whole lot of people that came in to see us. That's just the way it kind of worked. We spent Christmas Eve by ourselves. Christmas morning, my mom and I kind of inquired with the nurses and found out they had a holiday meal, and went down and purchased a meal for each of us. My nephew and his son came in and spent a couple hours with us, and that was kind of it. There was not a lot of action. There was not a lot of visits. We would ultimately be in the hospital for, it was over a month. It was probably about close to 6 weeks. We went from ICU into oncology into rehab. And, we moved those decorations with us. We celebrated New Year's that year together. My parents were never ones to stay up to midnight, and it was just really special that year, I went out and got some silly hats and some noisemakers and popcorn and snacks, and we watched movies, and, about 11 o'clock we tuned in to watch all the festivities on TV and rung in the new year together, and I was able to take a really amazing picture of my parents at midnight. And I just think to myself, it doesn't matter that you're in the hospital. It doesn't matter that you don't have the comforts of home and you don't have maybe all the people that you would want. You can still celebrate the holiday. And it can be very, very difficult. I mean, we were in the hospital during the holidays and there's nobody there. It's like a ghost town. And, you go down to the cafeteria. It's open for 2 hours a day on those days. And you find what you find to eat and you make the best out of it. And as hard as it is, it's more about the love. It's about celebrating and about making memories. For us, we didn't open our Christmas gifts until February, which was fine for us. I mean, it wasn't about that. Years prior, when we were in the hospital the first time for Christmas, it probably took us 2 or 3 weeks before we opened those gifts, because that's not what was important. For my mom and I, last year was really hard. I say that we faked our way through the holidays. It was the first holiday without my dad. For me especially, it was difficult. I was the one that decorated the house. I was the one that went out and did the grocery shopping, baked, and did all those things. And for me, it was very hard. But you just put on a smile. We went to family functions. You did stuff. You went places. And essentially you faked your way through it. I can tell you on Christmas morning, my mom and I had a huge fight about church because we didn't know what time Mass was. We went early and it was later. Um, we didn't talk to each other until we had to go to my aunt's house. I had a new puppy. We had another dog that was, she's a little crazy, a little high strung. And so it was a difficult day for us. New Year's, me and my puppy stayed up by ourselves. And so there are times when you just kind of fake your way through the holiday. I will say that my mom and I probably did the most decorating that we've done in years last year. We put lights all over the house. We put lights on the fence. We decked out the house inside and out. We did a ton of baking with my sister. We made, platters of cookies to give out. We did the shopping and all that. But it didn't feel like Christmas. Like it wasn't, what the holiday had been before. In fact, on Christmas Eve, we did all of our shopping. And we probably did not open our presents until the middle of January, right before we took our Christmas tree down. And so that's kind of where I'm at. This year, I've definitely not pushed to decorate. I've not been in the spirit to go and purchase gifts. Very recently, I started dragging out, a Christmas shirt here or there, or putting a Christmas bow on. It just hasn't felt the same. And I'm okay with it. Like, we don't have little kids that we have to pretend that it's great, Like, I can admit that some years are going to be difficult. Like, it's just hard to get through the holidays when you've lost a loved one or when you're going through a major illness. For me, like, my mom's been sick. Do I really want to dig out, 10 tubs of decorations and put them up and spend a week, making sure everything's perfect? Or do I just kind of want to spend the time with her? Like last year we hit all the festivities. We went to all the tree lightings. We went to the shop and strolls. We went and did all those things. And this year it's kind of been, okay, we'll go to the craft shows that we're selling at. We'll try and see that tree lighting. We're hoping to go see the Nutcracker at a local event over the weekend. But it's kind of that situation. It's taking time more for experiences and memories than it is about, making the house look like Santa's workshop. As far as gifts are concerned, I don't care. This year I don't want anything. That's not what's important for me. And so for all those people who are struggling, the caregivers, the family members, the friends, if you have to fake it, put the smile on, show up to dinner, do your thing, and then go home. No, it's okay. No, it's okay to cry. No, it's okay to be sad. No, it's okay that there are more than just you going through this. And know that there is no time limit on grief. There's no time limit on those kinds of things. Like, you're going to have time to grieve and cry and be upset. But try and add a little fun. If you like to go and see a concert, like, go. Like, call up the high school and see when they're having their Christmas show. Or if you like to go look at the lights, grab a hot cup of coffee or hot chocolate, jump in your car and go for a drive. Like, make sure you do something still. Like, make sure that you're making those memories. But know that you don't have to be out there, living up to the Joneses, that your house isn't decked out like the neighbors or whatever. Like, it's okay. It's okay to have those off years. It's okay to say, this year I need to scale back. I need to do this for me and not for you, or not because this is what America tells us we're supposed to do. And you're not alone. I've been a caregiver for over 6 years. It's been tough. It really has. I know eventually we're going to get back there, but it's okay. It's okay to scale back and to really know what the holiday is about and not have to buy everybody a gift, not have to bake 1,000 cookies. It's okay. Take the time, find something that you enjoy, go see a play, check out the lights, watch a Christmas movie, and just have a happy holiday season. Have a Merry Christmas. And I'll talk to you guys on the next video. Bye.